Hello, coolers, and welcome back to Viva Barca, the home of everything Barcelona, where we are going to be discussing on some interesting updates. We start with Bernardo Silva, as it has been reported that Barcelona will not pursue any swap deals with Manchester City for Bernardo Silva. We are going to be discussing on that as we move ahead. Then secondly, talking about Pedri Gonzalez, as he have recently just opened up on being compared to Andres Iniesta by manager Xavi Hernandez. We are also going to be looking at that. So guys, as we get right into it, please do ensure to subscribe if you're just coming across the channel. Turn on the post bell notification to always stay notified whenever I post a new video. Give the video a like and make sure to watch the video right up to the very end. A recent report from Mundo Deportivo has offered an interesting update on Barcelona's prospects of signing a new midfielder, as well as the future of Frenkie de Jong. Multiple clubs across Europe are aware of the fact that Barca are open to the sale of de Jong if they receive any reasonable offer for the midfielder. The club are already expecting proposals from Manchester City and also Manchester United. Meanwhile, Barcelona have kickstarted their pursuit of Bernardo Silva. The Portuguese international is Xavi's desired option if Frenkie de Jong leaves the club in the summer. Silva's quality as a technical midfielder capable of offering the creative essence in the final third makes him an appealing target for Xavi, who wants to add a new interior midfielder to support the likes of Pedri and Sergio Busquets in the coming season. There have been a debate over the prospect of a swap deal between Bernardo Silva and Frenkie de Jong. However, Barcelona are not interested in the deal and prefer the two deals to be dealt with separately. Barcelona are expecting a financial boost for up to 800 million euros following the approval of the sale of BLM, that is the Barca licensing and merchandising, and also 25% TV rights. They are confident of their chances of landing Bernardo Silva, though they are currently focusing on the pursuit of Robert Lewandowski. Frenkie de Jong, meanwhile, has resisted efforts countless number of times from Premier League clubs to lure him to England, but amid internal pressure from the Barca camp, the Dutchman could be tempted to make that move, with Manchester United muted as a potential destination. De Jong shares a strong relationship with Erik ten Hag, who is keen on a reunion with former Ajax starlet next season. But with Man City also involved in the race, it will be interesting to see how things transpire over the coming weeks. So as it stands right now, Barca are in strong links with Bernardo Silva up to this very point in time. All this is because they fear the possibility of losing Frenkie de Jong. Of course, United are strongly in negotiations with Barcelona, as we have been hearing in the past couple of days. And Man City have also been showing interest in Frenkie de Jong. We've been getting some reports saying that, and Man City, to the extent of Man City even open to the idea of a potential swap deal between Frenkie de Jong and Bernardo Silva. But according to this latest report, Barca are not open to that idea. Barca want those operations to be dealt with separately. Their reason is obvious because, United and Barca have been in negotiations, strong negotiations over Frenkie de Jong. We've been hearing Fabrizio Romano talking about how United have been making some offers, even though it has been rejected by Barca. But nonetheless, what everybody knows is Frenkie de Jong's next destination is very much likely to be Manchester United. And even if Man City are also interested in Frenkie de Jong, Barca don't want any swap deal by any means. So Xavi have told the board that he wants Bernardo Silva as a replacement for Frenkie de Jong. Of course, they might not be a like-for-like replacement. We know Frenkie de Jong by trade is a DM, but fair to say, Frenkie de Jong have never been playing a DM role in Barcelona. Sergio Busquets have been our DM ever since. Frenkie de Jong have been playing the central midfield role, and that's why Xavi thinks that Bernardo Silva coming, of course, who can play the wing as well. He's an attacking midfielder. He's still a very good fit for us. And it won't be a bad idea for Bernardo Silva to come in case Barca lose out on Frenkie de Jong. So as it stands right now, Barca are strongly monitoring the situation, how things are going to look like. Josh Mendes, who is closely related to Barca, strong ties with Barca. We hope that the deal can happen. All this is only when Frenkie de Jong leaves Barca, even though we wish he does not leave. But looking at the things right now, United are strongly monitoring him and they are not willing to leave those negotiations anytime soon. So Bernardo Silva have been strongly linked, and it's going to be interesting to see how things turn out to be in case Barcelona lose out on Frankie de Jong. Then on to the next story of discussion. Speaking in an interview with The Guardian, Barcelona midfield prodigy Pedri has opened up on the comparisons with club legend Andres Iniesta. The 19-year-old midfield prodigy has been one of Barca's best players since his arrival from Las Palmas in 2020. The youngster has firmly established himself as a permanent fixture in the side, while also carving out a place for himself in the Spanish national team. Despite having missed a large chunk of the 2021-22 campaign due to injuries, Pedri was so impressive when fit and available that he was named the club's MVP for last season. Pedri's playing style and his quality on the field have seen him draw a lot of comparisons with Barcelona legend Andres Iniesta. Indeed, manager Xavi, who was Iniesta's partner in crime in the all-conquering Barcelona side of the yesteryears, has sung praises for the young midfielder Pedri and even likened him to his former teammate on several occasions in the past. Spain national team manager Luis Enrique has also made the comparisons between Pedri and Andres Iniesta. The 2021 Golden Boy Award winner has himself acknowledged that he idolizes Iniesta, who currently plays in Japan for Vissel Kobe. And during the interview, he addressed the comparisons made by Xavi, insisting that he was left in awe of things Iniesta could do. Going by Pedri's word, he said, Iniesta always seemed to be a good person, Pedri said, and he had that calmness to play simply to make it easier than it is. The way he could leave someone behind with a swift of gear always amazed me. The teenage prodigy Pedri has not hidden the fact that he desires to don the number 8 jersey that Iniesta wore in the past. With Dani Alves now departing on a Bosman deal, the teenager is poised to be handed the number 8 shirt for the upcoming season. Definitely, Pedri will be handed the number 8 shirt as Dani Alves is leaving. Pedri and Andres Iniesta have been compared a lot, and it's very understandable, right? They play similarly. Pedri, there's no doubt about Pedri being our Iniesta, and of course the next Iniesta. Pedri is world class, and he has every right to be complimented. Xavi and Luis Enrique have complimented him, and that speaks a lot. That speaks volumes about the kind of quality this guy brings to the pitch. It kind of amazes every single body. Barca is privileged to have Pedri to play, and a guy that I think Barca just spent barely 5 million euros to acquire him from Las Palmas. And look at what he has turned out to be. The value that he has established is quite amazing, right? And Pedri, as time goes on, he gets matured. He's still 19, just 19, and just imagine what Pedri will be in years to come. It's going to be amazing. I think Pedri is a treasure that Barca should never afford to lose. Whatever, Pedri should be there for a long time. Pedri is the Iniesta, as we say, and being our best player without any shadow of a doubt. He played just 22 games, barely 22 games last season, but he was voted the MVP for the season. Just imagine that he played all the games last season. But the few games that he played, just 22 appearances in all competitions. But what Pedri did amazed every single body. So I think there's a lot of expectations right now for Pedri. Our youngsters are world class. You see what Gavi is doing in the national team. You see that, there's every right for us to smile as fans. There's every right for us to be happy because the future looks so bright as it stands. So guys, with that, we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Hope you did enjoy the video, and also hope you did subscribe. If you haven't, please make sure to do so. Until next time, bye bye.